Okay, here we go. I'm ready for this one. And this was a priority. Like, I got this up. If you've watched my other videos, you know if I'm sitting on this on my bed, that it is serious. Have you noticed all my thumbnails have me like this? I'm just now noticing why. I talk a lot with my arms. So I made a video earlier today, and I don't know if I'm going to upload or not. I don't upload all my videos, but it's on like some of the warning signs of dating ENTP. And I was just thinking about something I said, and I was like, I have to make a video on this because there's so much content on YouTube that there's people pandering to types like why blah 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 is the most special type ever, or why this type is so creative, or blah 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 blah. But that's not what we need. Like, MBTI is a growth tool. We need growth. We need people to be kicking our asses and be like, what the fuck, ENTPs? Like, get your shit together. Why do you have so many unfinished projects? We need a goddamn J to tell us to, like, organize our shit and stop being such fucking bobbleheads. Like, we need this. This is important. And so I think it's good to challenge each other, to challenge our growth, and I get a lot of thumbs down. I made the why I hate INFJ videos, and shit, like, I got just as many thumbs down as thumbs up. But to me, that's like affirmation that I've triggered somebody, that I've made somebody think that I struck a chord. And I don't give a fuck if you thumbs down my video. Like, I encourage you to thumbs down my videos. It's me challenging you and you disagreeing with me, but you've heard my idea. It's going to stick, and at some point maybe it's going to be useful to you. So one that I thought today was really important is for INTJs and INFJs. And I think this would probably apply to I don't know if it would apply to INTPs. I don't have enough experience with INTPs, but definitely with the introverted intuitives, this is I'm going to just say it applies to all introverted intuitives. But experience-wise, I'm speaking about INTJ, INFJ, INFP. You guys, I think there's something you should be super aware of. I think your reluctance and kind of difficulty to come out of your shell actually sort of flags a biological part of certain people to want to problem solve you. Now, when I was younger, I probably would have done this. I mean, I was married, so I was in 2 long-term relationships, took up 16 years of my life from 15 to basically like 31. So I didn't have a lot of like dating around in there. So I kind of grew through a lot of that and didn't end up doing this. But I'm aware that it's there. I'm aware that it's there when I meet an INFJ or an INTJ. So I think because of your sometimes aloofness in the case of INTJs, INFJs, INFPs, difficulty to get to know, a sense for some people that there's more below the surface. I think some people pick up on that, some people don't, but that sense that there's more below the surface that they're kind of dying to get to, and they're craving to better understand. I think it creates a situation where biologically somebody kind of wants what they can't have. They're sort of trying to figure out what's in the box, they're trying to figure out the mystery. It's almost like a grab bag. And I think for certain people, they could not really think that through very far. They could not think through, I don't think they realize that once they get in that box, you're already so invested and have already given up so much vulnerability and so much emotionally that you're really there. And so maybe their focus has been on just figuring out what's in the box, and not really thinking about if they have the means to emotionally be responsible or care for it in a way that is just ethical and healthy and good and positive and affirming. So I would think about that. I don't have a really good solution for it. and that's going to be the case a lot. Like, I'm going to present a problem, and I like to present a problem and a solution at the same time, and I won't always have that, right? So that's what the comment sections are hopefully about. Maybe a follow-up video is about that. But I think just being aware of that and really vetting out if somebody's actually really interested in you, or if they're just trying to catch you, if they're just trying to get you. And I think that's a really important distinction. I think that I do find that a lot of INFJs talk about their narcissistic exes, and I think that could be a component. You guys are good listeners. They maybe are trying to figure you out. You're maybe a little bit difficult to get. And I do think there's something there that's outside of sort of your scope. Like, I don't think it's like, oh, you guys are fucking up. You keep, like, I think there's something there, that there's that pull. And, I don't think it's coincidence that you all end up in so many relationships with unhealthy people. But I wonder if, like, this is part of it. I wonder if it's part, like, they are just really trying to figure you out, or, I mean, you gotta check, right? It's fucking hot. I'm in Arizona. So, I don't know, like, I think INTJs are better guarded for it. If this is true for INTPs, which, again, I don't have the experience with, I would assume that they're better guarded for it. So I think it's mostly a concern for the INFs, and I don't know. Like, I know that for me, if I am romantically interested in an INF, I really think that through as far as I can, and I ask myself, am I truly interested in this person? Do I see a future with this person? Am I attracted to this person? Are the things that are really important for me in a relationship there with this person before I proceed? And I do that because I'm aware of this part of me that kind of wants to figure things out and problem solve. And as a result, I'm, like, aware of sort of protecting the person from me, so to speak. And so I think this is something to be aware of. That's the best I have for now. If you have some follow-up comments on this, I would love to hear, because if there's anything we can do to help all of the MBTI types be more fulfilled and be more satisfied and have more rewarding and fulfilling relationships, and avoid some of the pitfalls of our types and avoid some of the mistakes, I think that's awesome. Like, that's the dialogues that should be happening between us. That's the dialogues that should be happening in the community, versus, the shit I used to see when I had a Facebook, where it was like, I'm an INFP, I love the color red. Do other INFPs like red? Is it an INFP thing? Like, who the fuck cares? Just like the color red. Like, that's not what we're trying to figure out. That doesn't help you grow at all, right? So, okay, let me know if you have any thoughts on this, and feel free, you little fuckers, like INFJs, I see your asses, thumbs down in my shit every time I, like, criticize you, but I'm not criticizing you right now. I'm trying to help your asses, so, but you can still thumbs down me, and you can still troll my comments, and you can still unsubscribe, and you should still use ad blocker. Alright, peace out, fuckers.